and winning crew chief of today's 62nd annual Toyota Owners 400. And Joe Gibbs Racing continues to enjoy a very successful 2016 season. This is back-to-back wins for Carl Edwards and the 19 team. And let's hear first from Dave Rogers. Dave, certainly this was a exciting race from all standpoints. A lot of passing, 23 lead changes, the most since 2007 here at this racetrack. So talk a little bit about that and just about maybe racing at day. Seemed like it gave a good pop to the race. But just talk about your vantage point on how this win, how you guys achieved it.
Yeah, I think, everyone at NASCAR and Goodyear and the tracks are working really hard to make sure we're putting on the best show we can for our fans. We made some great rule changes this winter with the low downforce package. Goodyear's doing a great job of adapting and bringing new tires. And then, Richmond moved this race to a day race so parents have an opportunity to bring their kids to the racetrack and get their kids engaged in the sport. And it just added up to a fantastic race. There's a lot of racing. It's been a while since we've seen people on the very bottom and the very top and passing. We fell back on the initial restart, our initial start of the race, and we were able to race back to the lead. We lost spots throughout the race. We were able to race back. Just great racing. I know the fans in the stands had to really enjoy the show today, and hats off to Xfinity. I know they're really excited to come on board for their first race this season and capture a win. So great day for this Joe Gibbs race number 19 team.
And Coach Gibbs, certainly Richmond has been a very, very good track for your organization. And just a couple hours down the road from where you had a lot of success as well as the head football coach of the Washington Redskins. So I know winning here is very, very special for you.
Well, it certainly is. Love coming here. I mean, I think our whole team does. When you ask fans to pick their favorite track, Richmond's right at the top. It was a big weekend for Toyota. Huge deal for us. They're such a great partner. And I think I love coming here. The fan base here, obviously with the Redskins, one of the greatest, I think, sports franchise with the fans that you have here in football, and then to have this area also with racing, huge deal for us. Like I said, we love coming here, and it's a big deal for Xfinity. And we had Comcast last week, so it's a huge deal for us there. And so really proud of Dave and Carl, what they're doing. And so, a big day for us. Kind of my fear is always at the end when you got cars as good as we have and drivers as good as we have, that you wind up with two of your teammates battling there. And, you wish it wouldn't happen. I think Carl would say that too. And certainly we had a lot of people here from Mars and Banfield Pet Hospital, and you hate to have them miss out on something. But at the same time, I think it can happen. And so it's one of those things that we'll work our way through it. And we got great teams, great crew chiefs, and great drivers. So I'm thrilled just to be a part of it.
And thank you, Coach. And Carl Edwards, back-to-back wins for the number 19 Toyota, and last week Comcast, this week Xfinity. Your second win here at Richmond, your 27th victory overall in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, as I was mentioning earlier. A lot of lead changes, 23 lead changes in today's race, and certainly you grabbed the most important one there at the end. Tell us about that, if you would, please.
Well, first off, if my cat ever gets sick, I don't care how much it costs, I will take it to the Banfield Pet Hospital, if that helps. The coach said it. I mean, it is such a tough thing. I think the double-edged sword of having great teammates is sometimes you have to race like that. And it's just such a great day overall, though. Dave did a great job. Our cars were really fast. And with about 20 to go, I was doing literally everything I could. That's everything I've got, and I could not catch Kyle. I could not get there. And and then with 1 to go, I don't remember what Dave said to me, but it was extremely motivating under the white flag. And I thought, man, I'm just going to dive down here to turn 1 really hard and hope that I can get down there and maybe something will happen. And Kyle, at the same time, it looked like maybe his tires went away or he slipped. And then going down the back straightaway, I thought, man, he spun his tires and he's got them hot. And so I committed. I knew I was going to run the bottom, and somehow he knew I was going to run the bottom too. So he went down there, and then he really squared up the car and slowed down because I think he was pretty certain I was going to bump him. And at that point, it's like, man, we're so much faster in the middle of the corner. I had to try something. So yeah, it's an awesome win for us. Like Coach said, I wish it was anybody but my teammate that we had to race like that with. But big picture to me, we both got some wins. We're in the chase, and it's fun to have to race your teammate, for the win.
Take questions now for this winning team. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start here with Paul.
Paul Woody, Richmond Times-Dispatch. This is a question for Coach Gibbs. Just wondered what you think your Tuesday debriefing meeting might be like and how that might go.
I think when something like this happens, I don't think there's a game plan for it. You have no real organized way of handling it. What you do is you just start out and work your way through it. And that's what we'll do. And so it's a tough thing because it's certainly painful for one side and you're on such a high with the other side. And so it's a tough thing. Woody, you kind of know what we'll do is just kind of go to work and work our way through it.
Let's go right next door to Tim and then go to Hank.
Nick Mandel, Progress
Nick.
Index. Carl, obviously you've been a big fan of the lower downforce rules package, and you're obviously doing very, very well now. Is this the most fun you've had in the series?
That's the most fun I've had at Richmond. That was a blast. I don't know what it looks like from the outside, but from the inside, all the cars are out there searching for grip. Crew chiefs are making changes, and it really was about managing the good years on the racetrack, sliding the tires around. The line you took mattered, and it was really a lot of fun. I had some great races with people out there, and I think the day race, so the heat helped, the lower downforce package helped, the Goodyear tire helped, and it was just really a lot of fun to race. So yeah, it's been great.
Go ahead, Hank.
Hank Kurz with AP. Carl, when you're grinding as hard as you were to catch Kyle, and you get to that last lap, and you realize that maybe you can do something, do you even have time to consider the ramifications of doing that to a teammate, especially one who has a kind of a little bit of a volatility gene like Kyle does?
No, there's no time to consider much. I mean, really, to be honest, the last 30 laps or something, I just was head down driving as hard as I possibly could, and the first opportunity I even got, to get that close to him was the last lap and really the last corner. So you're kind of left as a race car driver. You're left with, well, what do we do here? And we're here to win the race, and you can either finish first or second, and it's a tough decision. But at this point in the season, we both got wins, and really it's about just going out for trophies and having fun, and we still finished first and second. Nobody got wrecked. But you can't just sit there, and I wouldn't expect Kyle, if the roles were reversed, I would have expected him to bump me the same way, and that's hard racing.
Come over here to the far right. Jerry Jordan's got a question.
Jerry Jordan, Performance Racing Network and Kicking the Tires. Carl, what did you do in the car? Was the credit to Dave? Early on, you didn't seem that fast, and all of a sudden you kind of came on and obviously won the race.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there towards the end. I need to talk to Kyle. I'm curious what his car was doing, because that last lap, it looked like he just wrung every bit of grip his tires had out of it, and it looked like the thing finally gave in. It was so tough. I grew up racing on dirt, and this was a lot like a dirt race where you got all that TRD horsepower. You got, you're looking at everything out of your front windshield. You want to push that pedal, and the tires are spinning. It's just so easy to kill these tires, and so for me, I don't know exactly what it was, but there at the end, it looked like Kyle's car really, really gave up on him.
I mean, with your car early in the race, it seemed like you weren't as good as you came on.
Yeah, well, we at different points in the race we were good, and at different points other people were fast, and that was something that was strange. I couldn't quite put my finger on what was changing, and other people would come and go. There were cars. there seemed like there were a bunch of people at points that were really fast, and at the end, fortunately, we were pretty good.
Let's go right here, front row, Brent James, and then we'll go to the press box. Right there.
Brent James, USA Today Sports. For Carl, what is the process, I guess, of the diplomacy when it's teammate versus teammate? I mean, is it like shoot him a text, hey, buddy, what's up? I mean, is it kind of important to judge the temperature early, or how do you do it?
No, we'll just talk about it, and then that's, and that's it. I don't know. We haven't talked yet, so we'll talk about it. I can say this. My teammates have been spectacular. They truly have been, and not just helping with things when you need help, but from a motivational standpoint, what Kyle was able to do, particularly last year, I think raised everyone's game, and so I'm very grateful to have my teammates and to be a part of it. And we're gonna have times like this when you're running like this. I mean, we're racing each other for wins, which is really, really good. So hopefully it all works out fine.
Let's go to the press box. Go ahead.
Yeah, two questions, if you don't mind. For Dave, I was wondering if you recalled what you said, Carl, that was so motivating, and what prompted you to give him the go-ahead there.
I don't remember what I said, but what prompted me is we wanted to win. I think today, we can talk about the relations with the 18, and Adam and I are great friends, and Kyle and I are great friends. So I'm not worried about any relations. But if we look at the big picture, today was a great day for NASCAR. Our fans don't want to see teammate orders. They don't deserve teammates to fall in line. They deserve good, hard racing. So I think today was a great day for the sport. It stinks that we had to move a teammate. I'm sure Adam and I will talk about it, and Carl and Kyle will talk about it. But I think it'd be very disappointing to our fans if Joe imposed a team order and told us, hey, have a parade instead of a race. There's going to be plenty of days that the 18 is faster than us, and they'll probably get to our back bumper, and they'll move us, and we'll go down to victory lane, we'll shake their hands and tell them good job. That's just a testament to all the guys at Joe Gibbs Racing for building really fast race cars and allowing us to put ourselves in that position. But as far as what I said, I don't know. I was just reacting. I just wanted to win. I wanted to be here and talk to all you guys today. So I told them whatever I thought I had to say.
My other question was for Coach Gibbs. You've been here when there was a waiting list for tickets and the grandstands were full. That's not the case these days. Do you feel like a race like this can maybe be a step in bringing that back?
Yeah, I think definitely our fans extremely loyal. They love great racing. I think today was a great race. I think the changes we made in the off-season are great. I know that Richmond made a decision, too, that they wanted to have a day race so that they could invite families and have more family participation. I certainly saw that. And so I think for all those reasons, yeah, I think if we have great races, we know that we got our fans' support. And so, and certainly here at Richmond too. So I think we got a lot to look forward to in the future. I really do. And I think NASCAR has really been engaged with the teams over the last 4 years of trying to make steps, being aggressive, and trying to do things to improve our racing. And I think currently where we are with the downforce package is a good example of that. We tried several things last year and then made a good decision, I think. Everybody was working together. I think the owners, the drivers, and NASCAR were talking to each other, and it's NASCAR's final decision. I think they made a great one.
Let's stay in the press box. Go ahead.
Yeah, Carl, Tony Stewart was back today, and at one point you guys were together for about 15 laps. You were trying to lap him, and he was holding you off. It was a pretty stirring little battle there. Tell us about that and about just having him back.
I was real happy that he was back till about 5 laps into that battle, and then I was back. No, it's cool to have Tony back, and he's done so much in the sport. He continues to do a lot in the sport, and let me tell you, the guy is competitive. So he was trying definitely to stay on the lead lap. He did a really good job. So Yeah, that's actually I was thinking during that. I thought, man, what a heck of a first run to have back in the driver's seat. It was a 160 lap run, and he was wheeling the heck out of it. So it's good to have him back.
Back downstairs. Let's go. Go ahead, right there.
Carl, Corey Smith with North State Journal. I wanted to ask you last week, I know with the backflip after the race, you said it didn't quite land as well as you wanted it to. You feel a little more comfortable with it this week?
Yeah, so I was trying. Yeah, I over-rotated a little bit last week, and so I under-rotated a little bit this week, but it's okay. I'll get it right eventually. It's just that's I haven't done backflips back-to-back like that for a long time, so bear with me.
Any additional questions for our winning team here today at Richmond?
Was it a good race to watch? I mean, was
Yes.
it neat?
Excellent.
Because it was
a lot of
fun
fun.
driving, man.
Yeah.
It was just So thanks again, like Coach said, to Richmond for doing this during the day, and it's really cool.
And continued best of luck with Joe Gibbs Racing the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Good work, Dave.